Hello, guys, and welcome to today's trade recap. Very unfortunately, today I lost another trade, but it's not funny, but it's not also very sad because in this trade I did follow every single thing in my trading plan and in my trading rules, and it was actually a A+ setup. But it is what it is. Actually, I don't even care anymore about the short-term trades. I know, like, I also not also I'm like more looking at the long-term vision. I'm more likely looking at the long-term vision in trading. I do not care about any loss right now. I trade how I'm supposed to be trading, but I don't care about the outcome. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not like throwing trades like without any reason. Obviously, I'm caring about the my account balance and my progress, but not in a way where I basically get so frustrated and so sad. And no, because in this trade I did everything I'm supposed to do. I even, like, step by step followed my trading plan and my trading rules. So I'm going to go on this trade and actually uh, explain it to you. Why did I enter and why did I lose, and what this trade is going to do in the next hour. So don't forget, without further ado, don't forget the like and subscribe button. If you have anything in your mind, comment down below in the comment section. I'll reply you. Because I reply to every comments. So let's get started. So starting off with the daily time frame, I had a clearly bearish bias because yesterday because overall we are heading down to these sell side liquidities, this sell side liquidity and this sell side liquidity, and we don't have any gaps right here in between. We don't have any fair value gap right here to be filled, so we go higher. And the next drawn liquidity to the upside is very far away, so it makes sense if we go down and we took out these sell side liquidity in the first place. So with that, on the 4-hour, it was actually bearish to me because in that time we have a change of character right here, break of structure on the 4-hour, a bearish order flow, a clear bearish order flow. We have this fair value gap that got filled on last week on Friday, and then we got the invalidation of this bullish fair value gap. That means in this week, in this day, we are trading in a bearish order flow, and within that move we created this bearish 4-hour fair value gap, and within that we clearly we touched it a little bit, and then we continued going down, and we didn't take out any some sort of sell side liquidity. We made a relative equal lows, and we have equal lows right here, sell side liquidity of the previous daily lows, and we have the Asian session lows. And also another confirmation is that the 4-hour did not break structure here, and by that time I said if I see a 1-hour liquidity sweep, I will see my setup. If I don't see 1-hour liquidity sweep, I probably see some 4-hour. If there is no, I will not trade. But actually on the 1-hour we respected this 4-hour value gap, and hold on, we took out these highs and we continued going higher, and we took out these Asian session highs, we took out these highs also, and we made a bearish SMT. So without that being said, I scaled down to the 15-minute. You see this fair value gap, I said I wanted it to get invalidated so I can confirm the bearish order flow. We invalidate this gap on the 15-minute. Great. By the time, hold on, let me tell you. Okay. We had. So we have such a strong draws of liquidity to the downside, and we are currently only dealing with this with this fair value gap. So when it got ran through, I scaled it down to the 5-minute to see my my entry setup. So I waited for this low to be taken out and this order block to get invalidated, or even breaking structure to the downside and invalidating this also gap. So we retrace it back into the inverse fair value gap, now filling up the inverse fair value gap. We got some sort of bullish candle that take out these highs on the 5-minute, so we have a liquidity sweep on the 5-minute and the respectation of this breaker block. Okay, so what is my next plan? Is breaking down of these lows and these lows. And there is something that I went wrong on it actually, but in the if I didn't enter right here, I would have entered right here. So even though if I did not make this wrong move, I would have entered again. So my next step is I want to see the 5-minute break of structure, and I want to see a 1-minute market structure shift by breaking the 79% Fibonacci extension. And with that move, we invalidated this 1-minute gap, and then we broke structure down to this gap, and we even took out these equal lows, and we made a market structure shift. And the crazy thing is that we closed below the 79% Fibonacci extension. It is the only thing wrong is that on the 5-minute we didn't actually broke structure right here. If you can see, this is just a wick, and that thing I was a little bit fearful of because it was a little bit of risk of taking that trade. But if I didn't took it right here, we came back, we broke structure actually right here on the 5-minute, and we respected that. We invalidate this order block, and we even closed below the 79% extension on the 5-minute. So I would have entered this trade even here, or even here. That would not make any sense. So but actually the trade, I was very familiar with trade. This is actually my setup that I always trade, and I don't know, it just failed me. Like, it happens, I don't care, it happens, it is what it is. My stops were above the liquidity sweep, so my stop loss right now is in a really good place, and my take profit, I wanted to target these relative equal lows, and actually this Asian session low, I could have been setting my take profit right here at these sell side liquidity, which is the previous daily lows, but I kind of wanted to not take a big risk on this one, so I set my take profit right here, and that's it. It just kind of failed me, but the lesson that I learned from this trade is I think I should frequently not take trades unless we are in the start of the London session open or the start of the New York session open. I think I'm not going to take any trades in the end of not in the end of London session, because London session closed at 5, I guess. But you know what I'm saying, the 12 p.m. I guess, and the 12 p.m. and the 2 p.m. So that's it. And actually, if I traded New York session right here, I could have made this trade profitable. How? We have these buy side liquidity and these buy side liquidity. We came up, we took out these highs on the 4-hour, liquidity sweep on the 4-hour, on the 1-hour, also a liquidity sweep. We filled up this order block right here, and then on the 15-minute we have this fair value gap. On the 15-minute got invalidated, so I have an inverse fair value gap. On the 5-minute, if we scale down to the 5-minute, and we measure up equilibrium from this to this. We hit out equilibrium, and then if we scale down to the 1 minute and we see like kind of breakout structure on invalidation of this gap, you could have just entered right here stops above these highs, and you are targeting London session lows. Let me show you. Hold on, London session lows were at these lows, I guess. Yeah, these lows. So you can target out these lows. Probably if you want to take it a little bit safer, you can set your stop loss above these above this liquidity sweep, just to be more safe on the trade. If you kind of like more risk to reward ratio on the trade, you could just set your stops above these highs. But overall, this trade could have edged you by a pip. Also, I don't know if I was in this trade and this shit happens to me, I don't know. So I concluded in the last trades that the price action is not really favorizing the situation where it should be taking the draws on liquidity like so serious. It's not taking the draws on liquidity frequently, because this time, that time, also the previous time, it's always like edging the stop losses and the take profits. And I think that if you want to take trades more safer, I would suggest putting your take profit or your stop loss. If for stop loss you can add few pips, or your take profit you can remove a few pips. But overall, it is what it is. I don't care. And actually, you can take a trade right now on the. I can take a trade right now because we respected this. Hold on. We respected this 5-minute gap right here, and we could eventually take out these sell side liquidity. So without that being said, this is the trade recap for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and peace out.